Hello and welcome to our new video. This time we are presenting Art Basel Paris, which is taking place each year around October. Art Basel is one of the most prestigious art events in the capital of France and maybe also one of the top events in Europe. It certainly rivals Frieze Art Fair in London, which this year took place just 1 week ahead of Art Basel Paris. And the fair here in Paris features about 150 international galleries and about 40,000 visitors. We'll show you highlights of the outdoor exhibitions and of gallery presentations during Art Basel Paris 2023. For those of you who are new to Black Cube magazine, please don't hesitate to comment, to subscribe and to like. This monumental sculpture, which is part of Art Basel's outdoor program, is made by Swiss artist Urs Fischer. He is currently living and working in New York and has realized this sculpture in cooperation with Gagosian Gallery. The name of this work is The Wave. It's been actually made from a small model of clay and then been digitally scanned and recreated in this large scale. The material that was used by Urs Fischer is aluminium, which gives the sculpture a stunning, brightly shining glow. Our first stop is Gagosian Gallery. They are presenting a show by Italian artist Giuseppe Penone. The show is called Imprints of Light. Giuseppe Penone is internationally known as a main protagonist of Arte Povera. And he is using a broad range of materials and forms to explore issues of growth, respiration, and other involuntary processes. Body parts like hands and arms or skin have long been important motifs in his practice. And this is exactly what we also see in this exhibition. Penone has been first stamping sections of his hand in ink on paper. This way he generates shapes that suggest animals or human figures. Later, he projected the designs onto canvases and reproduced them at a larger scale in oil paint. You can see the fine lines of the skin that are still visible in the paintings. They are like tree rings and serve as indicators of age. In the sense of Penone, these images remind us of the finality of human existence and the passage of time. Now, welcome at Almine Reich Gallery. This show we are seeing here is very different from the previous one. We are seeing Kenny Scharf. Kenny Scharf made his name in the 1980s in New York's vibrant art scene and has since been internationally successful with his distinct and unique style. Alongside his mentor, Andy Warhol, and his contemporaries, Jean-Michel Basquiat and Keith Haring, Kenny Scharf was a pioneer in contemporary street art as well as in pop culture. You can see appropriated cartoon characters as well as anthropomorphic imaged creatures in his paintings, sculptures, and murals. What fascinates about Kenny Scharf's work is the dazzling color palette he uses, his ecstatic compositions, and above all, the optimistic and upbeat nature of his works in general. He himself coined the term pop surrealist to describe his style, and that maybe hits the point. The next stop of our tour is David Zwirner Gallery, and we are seeing a more traditional way of representation here. It's a show by Swedish artist Mama Andersson. Her works are characterized by a combination of reminiscence of late 19th century Romanticism and contemporary psychological compositions. You can see panoramic scenes, drawing inspiration from a wide range of source materials. Mama Andersson collects archival photographs and film clips, period interiors, theater sets, and more. Out of these elements, she creates works that revolve around the expression of atmosphere and subjective moods. And by surprise, she merges different times, past, present, and future. So finally, we are visiting Hauser and Wirth Gallery. They've just opened their new gallery space here in Paris, and it's a wonderful historic building right next to the Champs-Élysées. The opening show here is by Henry Taylor, a Los Angeles-based American artist who's presenting his latest works. You'll see around 30 paintings, sculptures, and works on paper. Throughout his 40-year career, Henry Taylor has always rejected the codes of traditional painting. He feels free to combine figurative, landscape, and history painting, alongside drawing, installation, and sculpture. He describes his intuitive, creative process as hunting and gathering. This is also why you will see collected objects of everyday life in his sculptures. He merges multiple references in his works. For example, pop art, but also historic and contemporary issues. Henry Taylor's themes are primarily dealing with relationships and how they impact our lives. This is why people figure prominently in his works. His subjects range from members of his community to symbolic personalities of history. Now we'll leave you with these beautiful impressions of Paris. Hope you enjoyed this video and see you soon.